This is Baruch Flashman here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and once again we're going to be learning Jewish astrology with Yaakov Kronenberg. a subscriber by the name of Mindset pointed out in the previous year that if we have 6 stones, let me see this over here, 6 stones, it makes 620 houses. That is a misprint. It's supposed to be 700. That's a 7. I'm just sticking it in there best I can. 720 houses. There are some misprints here and there. I try to find them as I go along, and I appreciate the fact that that was pointed out so we can get understanding what's going on with the permutations of the names of God. Now, just as a little bit of a re-intro, let's see if we can see how this goes. I said before in the original chart of the first man, the name of God, let me see if I can get it on the page properly here. The name of God is Yud Ke Vav Ke, like that. That's the normal name of God. When we see the word Hashem, and you hear, if you're listening to Jewish people speak about the Torah, we refer to God as the name, because then this is in fact the name. Of course, a name is a mystical name. It's one beyond our understanding, just as it's a name of 4 letters. But we see here in astrology, in Jewish astrology, that the way that the light of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, which let's correspond this to the white part of this paper. So the white part of this paper, let's say it is a light that is shining, but it's blocked by these letters. Okay, just as you see the letters are black marks, and there's white behind them. So this is the same idea, is that as the light shines towards us, it proceeds its way through different letter combinations, and this is the Kabbalah of astrology. Now, in the next month, there's another name. The letters are changed. They become Yud Ke Ke Vav instead of Yud Ke Vav Ke. Then they become in the month after that, they become Yud Vav Ke Ke. So exactly what the meanings of these things are, I'm not sure that I know, not yet. And we're trying to find out from this tremendous scholar, Reb Yaakov Kronenberg. So now we're going to move over. Let's give us a little idea where we're at. The permutations, the different possibilities of how you can spell God's name. Now, that's a little bit advanced, right? So let's see what we can make out of the next part. So we went through the first month, the second month, third month. We just looked at that just now. Now we're coming over to the 4th month. Now he had said that the first 3 months of the year, starting in the spring, the first 3 months of this year begin with the letter Yud. That refers to springtime. The next 3 months of the year are going to be beginning with the letter He, a different combination of the 12 different possible combinations that we have in the name Yud Ke Vav Ke. So he writes like this: the 4th month is going to start with the letter He, which represents Bina. If you know something about Kabbalah, so Bina would be an area of the Rosh, be on the left side of the head. This permutation, which is He, Vav, Ke, Yud, is also known as Cancer, and in the Hebrew, it's the month of Tammuz, which is, say, like end of June, July, in the sun calendar. The Ramak teaches us that this is a permutation of strict and powerful judgment. Interesting. Because the feminine, that is the He and the He, is ruling over the masculine, which is the Vav and the Yud. So he says that this is a month, it's interesting, where the femininity, which is an aspect of what in Kabbalah is called Gevura, that's condensing or forming or shaping, which is what moms do, and wives do with their husbands. That's their thing. The first He is feminine, rules over the Vav, which is masculine. So again, you have He and then Vav. So you have first preceding it, he means it rules over it. And then he says, which is masculine. And the second He, that's this one right here, it rules over the Yud. And the second He, the feminine, also rules over the masculine, which is the Yud. So the Zohar says that this is the secret of the returning light. Now, what does he mean by that? There is a light which goes from the top to the bottom. That's called the masculine down to the feminine. So understand that. In Kabbalah, we have a concept of flowing from the top the light of God, flowing from the top to the bottom. And that's the masculine way. That's what he says, and it's a way of giving. In other words, let's say you're pouring, the metaphor would be you're pouring. You're pouring into a vessel down below. The vessel down below is called Malchus, that's where it's going, but the actual pouring from up above is masculine. So this is a possibility of what we say in Kabbalah is making a yichud, or a oneness there. Masculine down to feminine. There is a light which goes from the bottom upwards to the top. There's another one, which really starts, let's say, as a prayer, as a plea, as a piece of Torah, as we're learning now, where it comes from the bottom out of our mouths and our lips, heading towards the unknown, the Almighty, which is above us, which is called the returning light. This is called returning light, returning from the bottom to the top. And this is due to the power generated by the 4 letters being turned around into the opposite directions. The opposite of the first permutation, which is male-female, this Yud K. So we said this letter here is male, this is female, male and female. So it's male, female, male, female. Instead of the being first, it is now last. And instead of the Yud, this little letter Yud being the first, it's going to be the last one. And instead of the Hey being last, it's now first. This permutation, which is, I'll pronounce it, it's just Hey Vav K Yud, but Yud is the opposite of the first permutation of Yud K Vav K. So this causes judgment and severity. So to get back and to turn this around to mercy and love instead of strict judgment. So we're saying that this is the concept of the judge, which is the female aspect, being in control of the male aspect. So this is like coming from the bottom to the top. Let's see. We have to climb back up using this opposite permutation of the name, like it says in the Psalms. The despised stone of the builders will eventually become the foundation stone, because the energy flow of this Hey Vav, that is the female, male, female, male, can be turned around and started from the bottom to generate the energy flow of the original name Yud K Vav K. So let's take it like this. This is really the backwards of this thing. So the Yud, which is the first here, is the last there, and so on and so forth. It's the backside. It's the opposite. So in summary, he says, the Zohar teaches that when the name permutations start with it is connected with the right side, now understand that the way that permutations go is they're connected to the right side, the right side is the masculine side. This would be the right side is called Chochmah, Chesed, and Netzach. Those are the 3 spheros on the right side of the primordial man, and are connected with the first 3 months of spring, generating unity and love. When the name permutations start, however, with the letter Hey, it's connected with the left side. The left side are these spheros, which are called Bina, Gevurah, and Hod, and are the 3 months of the summer, whose heat generates strict judgment. When the name permutations start with a Vav, it's connected with the middle pillar, that's the middle line, which is Keser, Chochmah, and Yesod, and are the 3 months of autumn, generating mercy from a balance between Chesed and Gevurah, love and judgment. And so you come into the fall, which is the Hebrew month of gee, I'm blanking on this. So let's see, we have Elul, and then we have Cheshvan is between. I know it's Libra, and I just can't get out the word. It's going to come to me in a minute. And when the name permutations start with the last Hey, it is connected to the bottom sphere of Malchus, and are the 3 months of winter, which can generate energies from either one of the 3 pillars, which are the right line, which we said before is called Chesed, Chochmah, Chesed, and Netzach. The left line, which is called Bina, Gevurah, and Hod. And the middle line, which is called Keser, Tiferes, and Yesod. So he says those are the 3 lines. 1 month to the right is called Chesed, love. 1 month to the left, which starts on that side, is called strict judgment. And 1 month to the middle is called Tiferes, our mercy. So Tishrei is the name of the month in Hebrew, which corresponds to to Libra, which is the concept of the balance. That's the fall that I meant to say. I just blanked on it. This is Baruch Fleischman. We're at the Tikkun Elevator Kola, and we learned chapter 2, all the way through the 4th month, to see how the permutations of God's name